everyone. My name is Mr. Marcus White,
My name is JT.
and we're your hosts for the comment section. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love that fact that you listen to us every week. So, yeah, I'm excited. Hi, friend.
What's going on?
You know, JT, I had a great time at your house last week, and
I'm
it's
so
kind
glad.
of weird feeling being here, being back home, and not seeing you. I got used to seeing you every day, which is
Yeah.
weird. I told you that too. I texted that to you.
It was so crazy. We were actually productive this time. Like we did both podcast episodes, in a
Yeah.
timely manner. Like we got everything together, had the party. We was chilling. We was chilling.
Wait, hold on. We ain't productive and chilling, honey. We were really, really, really just working.
Yeah, for real.
It was a lot
Seriously.
going on, but
Seriously.
it was a fun, it wasn't even chaotic. It was just, it just kept us busy. And so, yeah, I was a guest on your podcast, Hear Me Out, which streamed yesterday, right? Because this is Friday, so
Yep.
it streamed yesterday,
It's out
which
now.
I had a great, time on your show. And it's different than this podcast, because over there we just talk about movies, but I feel like, well, that was the concept, but we talked more than movies over there. And I think that's was rare for you guys because I listened to your podcast and you guys mainly talk about movies, but we talked about in life in general, right?
Our
Like,
childhood life,
yeah,
growing up, how we
yeah.
see things and stuff like that. Yeah. Honestly, I will say this, and you can even ask Tim. I've said this. Two things. One, I really enjoyed you being on our podcast.
Oh, me
Like
too.
I really did. And two, I told Tim, I said, I think this is the best sounding. This is like in the top three of the best sounding episodes I've had.
Oh,
Like
that's good to know.
literally, it was so good. It sounded like we all literally just went to a booth and just recorded our stuff. That's another thing. And three, I'm sorry, editing it. It took me like 3 days because literally it was so
Three
funny.
days?
It was so funny though. Yes.
That's demonic.
The way I go about doing it, because I feel like it's kind of overwhelming. So, usually Tim and I, we record
Mm-hmm.
on Sundays, Sunday
Right.
evenings. So I may do like, maybe I may edit like maybe our intro on Sunday. On Monday, I'll do like our little, our banter, up to his hot takes. And then on,
Doing in
Wednesday,
pieces. Got it.
yeah, I do it in pieces so it
Got
don't
it.
get so overwhelming. But
Right.
this time, we kind of filmed a little bit out of order because like we had to make sure we get you on and stuff like that. So I had a little bit more time to play with it and stuff. And did you know the original cut was like an hour and 48 minutes?
I said that when we got done recording. I
Yeah.
thought we hit the 2 hour mark because I just felt
Yeah.
like we were just talking for so long. But that's what happens when you are having a great conversation. It doesn't seem like it was a long time, but once we finished up, I was like, this was a 2 hour episode, wasn't it?
Yeah. But like it was nothing really major that I cut out, just a little bit of us just kind of like prolonging certain conversations. I picked like good end points to, transition into like the next topic and stuff like that. And I narrowed it down to like an hour and 15 minutes. So it
Oh,
was,
that's a big cut. Damn, how much did you?
yeah.
That's a big
I
cut. My
say I saved I saved the original though.
We need the no, we need the director's cut. All right, we, an hour. It
Bro.
went from hour and 40 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes.
Because
God damn.
We gave Jennifer Lopez like 15, 20 minutes of just conversation about her.
Oh, I didn't know we talked about Jennifer Lopez. We just talked about so much.
Yeah.
And for all the people who are listening who don't know, JT does have his own podcast, have a separate podcast. He released it a couple months ago called Hear Me Out, and they do movie reviews. And check it out. I'll put the link in the bio. And I want you guys to check it out. It was a fun episode, and I really did enjoy you and Tim's
Yeah.
conversation. So yeah,
You
and
know we
Tim.
having you
Oh,
back
go
on,
ahead.
right?
Oh, perfect. I mean, whenever. Let me know. I'm free all year.
Yeah.
I'm
Like we don't
free
got
all
like two
year.
weeks. Like we don't have like 2 weeks left.
That was a joke of it.
Right.
But yeah, it was a great time. And Tim was on our podcast last week. I don't think that we mentioned who Tim Bob was on our podcast. He is JT's co-host on Hear Me Out. So he was real fun on our last episode on the comment section. I enjoyed him. I got to know him a lot when I was down there, and I like him and his girlfriend. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So my experience with in LA or my time in LA. Where do you live?
I was
Atlanta.
about to say, hold on. I was about to say, hold on. I didn't know we was planning another trip already. Okay. I thought we just had London and Toronto on the list.
But my time in Atlanta was just so much fun, JT. I really did enjoy your company. And like I said, when I got back here, it just felt so weird to wake up and not, just hang out with you. I guess I got used to seeing you.
Right.
Um, it was such a good time, friend. It was such a good
You
time.
forgot to mention we got a chance to hang out with Ahmad too.
Yes. Oh my God. How could I forget? Oh my God. The boy is crazy. Let me just put that out there. The boy
Let you
is just
tell the story.
you know what? I wish I should have invited him on this episodes because, like, he would have to defend himself. But Ahmad, JT, and I hung out for a couple days. And one of the days we went to the mall. And Ahmad is a character. I don't know if his silly personality shows when he comes on to this podcast, but he's a very very funny character. And child, his foot was hurting, so he was walking around the mall with only one shoe on. He was barking in people's faces. It was a really, but stuff like that, like it makes a good memory and it makes a good
It's
storytelling.
memories.
It's memorable and it's good for storytelling for times like this or when we get together again with other friends. And I really am thankful that you allowed me to come visit last week because it's
Literally the
something I
door,
needed something.
not to
Yeah, the
quote
door's
Full House,
closed.
but no, not to quote Full. I don't know if they said it on Full House, but I know they said it on Fuller House, the reboot on Netflix. Is that anytime someone knock on the door, they always say it's always open. So yeah, that's my door for you. It's always open. Like you can literally just call me. Just make sure you call me enough time, just so I can make sure I can have some time off work. But outside of that, you can literally tell me that you're coming here anytime, and the door is always open.
Well, that's what you were nervous about too, or that's what you're concerned about because you had to work. But I mean, I work remote, so it worked out perfectly. And
Right.
then, I just kept myself busy as well. But yeah, friend, you had JT threw a nice, fun Christmas party last Saturday. And it was your company was so much fun. There was no negativity. There was no drama. Everybody was so pleasant and just happy and joyful. And it just really
It's the
made a good
season,
time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I typically try not to surround myself around that. Like I said, I have peace with everyone that I surround myself around. Like with you, with Kayla, with Tim, like all my people.
Yeah.
Like you guys are really good for my soul and my spirit. I believe. So I mean, can't be nothing but grateful. And what better time of the year than like around Christmas time?
The
So
JT is loved. That man had what, 20 people at the house last
yeah.
Saturday? You are really loved. And I need you to, and whenever you're down or whenever you feel like you have no one in your life, you need to really look at how many people showed up on Saturday because that's more people than will show up for my birthday party. I don't have that many friends. So that's just the fact that you had all these people show up to this Christmas party just shows that you are really, really loved. And yeah, it was a good time. It was a really good, that's going to be my highlight for the month of December
Oh
is the
wow.
time that I spent with you. I mean, child, I don't do much. No shade, no tea, but
I mean, low
even
key, yo, you traveled and did all this stuff and everything. So I mean, you
in the
low key
month of
be on it. So
December, in the month of
yeah,
December, I didn't really do much this month. But even if I did do anything, I really did enjoy my time with you last week. Now I told you this too. Like I was just at your house 3 months ago. I'm not coming back in 3 months. All right, don't ask. Don't say you're coming over here. I'm having an Easter party. I'm not coming in 3 months. Okay, the that has to end in 2024. I got other things, other places I want to go to, JT. All right, you hear me? I have other places I would like to visit, and not just always go to Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, people, and guess what? The weather was really nice this time. I was complaining back in September because it was freezing cold, but this time the weather was decent, sunny, warm. I didn't have to wear a winter jacket when I was down there. It
we
was
were
really good.
dressed nice too. We were dressed really nice.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
We
I had
were.
on sweats half the time, but that's just how I like to just wear comfortable clothes when
We
I'm
went to
not
my
really
friend's
doing
baby
much.
shower. That was
Yes.
impromptu.
Yeah, we went to a baby shower. We really did do a lot in my 5 days I was there. We did a
Yeah.
lot. You had a game night, you had a Christmas party, we hung out with a mod, we went to a baby shower. Yeah, we pulled up on people, was about to jump somebody, and we did we did a lot. I'm so happy this is audio. I mean, this is also visual because now people can know I'm telling the truth because they see your face expression. That's a story that hopefully one day we can tell in the future, but not
Hmm.
today.
Yeah, got to let them know what time it was.
You sure did, friend. You sure
Hmm.
did. All right. And
Yeah,
it was funny part. It was my idea. I was like, let's go over there. I was like,
right.
let's
Just
go.
messy, just
Funny
messy.
part. This is when you just picked me up in the airport.
Literally
Let's go
was
pay a
not in
visit.
my car 10 minutes. Literally was not in my car 10 minutes. I already had a headache. My eye was red because I had like some glitter in my eye from like one of these little Christmas ornaments. I'm
Oh, I
already
forgot that you
irritated.
had a red eye that
Yes. Oh my God, my significant other was bothering me, had my nerves shot. So my nerves are on edge. And so I was telling Marcus about a specific situation and a person. Marcus said, well, how about we just pull up on them, to see what's up? I said, oh, they actually work right here. Marcus said, well, let's just go. I said, oh, okay, skirt. And I got a challenger. So turned around and boom, called that person outside, set the boundaries. We good. Fa la la la.
Merry Christmas, Feliz
Hmm.
Navidad. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was just a really really fun visit. I really
Yeah.
really extremely enjoyed myself. So yeah, thank you so much. I'd say it one more
Thank you
time.
for
Thank you for
coming
that.
though. Thank you for
Thanks
coming.
for the invite. I appreciate it, man. So
Indeed.
it is the holiday season. So after this episode, this will be our last episode of 2024. We won't come back until the new year. I think we're looking at January 10th or 9th is when the next episode will be released. I just can't believe 2024 is about to be over with, JT.
I can.
It
Oh,
just I can't really I'm just so shocked. Early today I listened to our episode from last year and I just want like our Christmas episode from last year, the episode before
I
we
need to
went
do
on
that.
Christmas break. And I just want to see if we had set any goals that we had in mind for 2024. But we didn't do that our last episode or our last year on the podcast. We didn't do that. So I thought it would be good to do it this year, like any goals that you have for 2025.
Mm, I would say for me, I'm definitely planning on stop counting myself out so much.
Mm.
Like I'm gonna always put my best foot forward. I think I'm gonna go into the new year learning how to forgive and let go. If things and people are meant to be in your life, then that will come naturally, but spiritually and emotionally, I can't keep attaching myself to that because it only hurts me. And like irregardless, I don't care how good I look or how great I keep myself up, those kind of things, they do kind of age you and wear you down and make you sick, when you hold on to all this stress and you know that heartache and stuff. So honestly, I'm just spending time and pouring into cups that pour into me.
Mm. Oh, that's like Maya Angelou. Speak that talk,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. For me, I want to move out of New York. That's one of my goals for 2025. And this year I did a lot of traveling. I did a lot of traveling this year.
Yeah.
And so I want to limit my traveling next year because if I want to make that move, I need that traveling money saved in my bank. So
Yeah.
so yeah, and I want to actually just be comfortable with being alone. I don't have anyone special in my life right now, as we all know how I've been saying all year. But I need
Hmm.
to just be comfortable with that, which I think I have come to terms with in the last couple weeks of that as well. But my most important goal is to continue making that bread and that money. So
Because I mean, my God, a year being broke, I've been there. I'll never be broke again struggling. God is my witness. I'm
I
not
said the
doing
same
that.
thing, we all, I talked about how I was homeless and how I was jobless for about 2 years. And so once you're in that situation, you never want to be back in it. So you grind as if you're still currently in that situation.
Yeah.
And this year has been the most money I've made in my career.
Mm.
Because yeah, give me, baby, let me tell you. I'm a workaholic. I work 24/7 in a way, whether it's with this podcast or with the blog page or with my job. I'm working
Mhm.
a lot, and but I'm making a lot of money, and so like I travel. I know I traveled 6 places this year. 6 times I traveled
That's good.
6 times I traveled this year. Then I went to go see Nicki. I went to go see Drake. I went to go see SWV and Escape. I went to go see Tamia, Joe. I lived this year, JT. I
Yeah,
lived.
I have
I
too. Yeah.
lived. And even though I can really highlight all the bad things that happened to me this year, what's the point of that? Let me just highlight all the good that happened to me this year. And so
That was gonna be my next message.
as I reflected to this morning, I was like, you know what? Minus all the hurt that happened to me, let me look at all the good. You and I got to meet. We got to see each other 3 times this year, JT.
3 times in
Three
1 year.
times in 1 year. And I think each time was 3 months apart. That's what I'm saying. It ain't gonna happen again. All right.
I'll see you in
I was-
March. I'll see
no,
you in
you won't.
March.
Don't say
Yes,
that.
I'll see you in March. Don't worry about it. That's your birthday month too. I'll see you in March.
So we saw each other 3 months, after May. But yeah, it was just a good year with a side of hurt and pain. But that's what happens in life, though. We all have those. We all will get hurt every year,
Yeah,
but we just have to make the best out of the year, if that makes sense. If I'm making sense. So
yeah, yeah. When I compare myself now to last year, even though this year was emotionally kind of heavy on me a little bit, I will say I still conquered a lot this year though. Like, last year, during this time we was doing our Christmas episode, our end of the year episode last year, I was single and
And that's
you
what I want to bring up. You could tell in your I need you to listen to the episode. You can tell that you are single. Just the way that you're talking. And
yeah.
just things that you say. Like, I think that some things that you said during the episode you would not say now
Hmm.
because it would be inappropriate for you to say. But I was like, because I was listening, I was like, wait, why do he sound so different? I'm like, that's the reason why he was
Yeah.
single.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sexual
Like
jokes that you would not make currently.
yeah. But I guess like when I look back from last year, this year, I was in the process of getting my weight down and stuff like that, conquered that. Being a little kid, always loving Janet Jackson. I've now seen Janet Jackson, shit, I think like 7 times, and I met her now. You know,
That happened
um,
this year, right? My memory's bad. That was this year
that
you
was
met her?
last year. It was
Oh, you met
last
her
year in
last year?
October. Yeah, that was in
Oh,
October. Yeah, because
see, my memory's bad.
I found out I was meeting her on my birthday last year.
Yes, you're right. Yes,
So
yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
so I got to meet her for free. I'm a person I never believe in giving up on love, but I just thought that after a elongated relationship that I was in once before, I thought it was gonna be a while before I'm ready to open myself up to that kind of thing again, and you know I think I found the one. I think I found my person. So this year is definitely like again like I have my friends. I'm grateful for them because I thought about what you said yesterday. When you and I talked when the day you left, I think when you and I talked, I make sure you got in safe, and you was telling me that even though you and some of your friends aren't close like you feel like you should be, you still consider them a close friend because they do love you. Because if I actually really needed them for something, they will pull up.
Mhm.
They will pull up for me. So, but this year I've gotten closer to like Tim. Like I see Tim how I see like you and Kayla. Like that's like my brother. That's my twin. So my relationship I have with him. My significant other, Angelica, Julian, like all these great people that I've met through this year. Granted, I've been knowing some of them for over a year, but the relationship that has occurred this year, and even just seeing great things that's happened in other people's lives and stuff. Like I'm happy that you got to travel. I was a big advocate. Granted, I hated the circumstances, but I
Yeah.
was very hard on you about like, hey, travel by yourself. You will need this. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
this will literally be a stamp in your book of life going forward. This is gonna be a
Literally, and it was the best trip
you know
I've
what I'm saying?
ever taken. Going to Italy for 2 weeks alone, man. I suggest everyone to do that. So I
Right.
was on my eat, love, pray journey.
Exactly, exactly. So, yeah, I can say this year was a bad year. Granted, I wish certain things were different, but some things have to happen because that builds character. So I mean, next year I'm going into next year with an open heart, forgiveness. I'm open to rekindle any kind of friendships, and I'm just like I said, when we don't hear me out, just the gift I'm closing this year out with. I'm giving everyone who I'm not even aware of. I'm giving everyone the gift of forgiveness.
Mm,
Like I forgive everybody and everything, So yeah, I'm ready for next year. I'm ready to travel a lot more. I'm ready to come. We're going to be doing London next year,
mm-hmm,
Toronto.
mm-hmm,
We're going to New York City. So I'm going to Vegas to see Janet again.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, just I'm excited to see just even where my relationship goes, just all kinds of stuff. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Well, I just want to make one thing clear. You're on a journey of forgiveness. Everyone who I followed with this year, you can go to hell. I ain't forgiving you.
Oh
So that's
man.
JT. That's not Marcus. All right. That's him forgiving you. Don't, all the haters who I don't like anymore, don't think that I'm going to be forgiving you. You can still suck my 12-inch dick
Oh
from
man.
the back.
Oh
Well, we
man.
have a lot of topics to talk about, all right? We're going to jump into this show, our last show of 2024. Um, the whole world owes Jay-Z an apology, all right? Yvette Nicole Brown finally got married, and I think that your girl Raven-Symone is a little bit delusional. So
She's been
let's get
delusional
this
for a minute, but okay.
for a minute. Yeah, for the past, I don't know, how old is she? 38 years? For the past 38 years, she's been delusional. So let's just get this podcast started because we have a lot of things to talk about. Oh man, Jay Z. I mean, I'm kind of, I feel bad for this guy. This man was like having an accusation that you raped somebody. It can damage someone's character, and it really was a highlight of his, not his. Yeah, it was a highlight all last week or the past 2 weeks because this woman accused Jay Z of raping her when she was 13 years old in 2000. That same woman is saying that it was all a mistake, that she got her identities wrong. Like,
Like shut up. Like shut
right,
up.
right.
Shut up.
So if you missed last week's the podcast episode, we talked about this woman. So I remind you all that this woman was 13 years old in the year 2000. She was walking around Times Square, and she noticed that the VMAs was happening in Times Square. She went to the after party where she said that when she walked into the after party, she signed a non-disclosure agreement. Then once she signed that, was welcome to the party, got offered a drink, sipped the drink, felt boozy, went to go lie down in the room, and then she accused Diddy, Jay-Z, and another male artist of raping her. Well, she's taken it. She's reneging everything that she had said. NBC News interviewed her and her father, whom they wanted to really just do fact checking with. The woman claimed that her father picked her up after the alleged assault, while her father didn't remember picking her up. Her father was like, "Yeah, that didn't happen." Could you imagine being interviewed for saying that you were raped and that JT, I was raped and you went to go pick me up and you're like, "No, that didn't happen." Can
No,
you
I
imagine
didn't.
that happening? Can you
Defamation of
imagine?
character. Defamation of character,
Oh my
bro.
goodness. That woman's attorney, Tony Bunsby, who's actually, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but he's the lawyer that's representing a lot of Diddy's other victims. He told NBC News that the reason why the father doesn't remember picking her up because he wasn't in his right state of mind at the time due to personal issues he was having at the time. That is such a lawyer to try to cover up. That is such a
I
fake part.
agree.
That is such a fake move to do. Just like come up with something, a good ass lie, because that's believable. It's believable, but at the same time, no, it's not believable.
No,
At the same
no.
time, um, NBC also learned another flaw in this woman's story. She said when she was at the VMAs after party, she spoke to Benji Madden, who is part of Good Charlotte, the rock and roll band. However, NBC News learned that Benji nor his twin brother, who's also part of the band, was not at the party. So again, woman, chick, Jane Doe, because they're not releasing her identity. She still is unknown. We don't know who this woman is. They're calling her Jane Doe. But Jane, what are you doing?
What we got
What
going
are you
on here?
doing? What we got going on? Jay Z's lawyer released the following statement. This attorney, Bunsby, filed a false complaint against me in the pursuit of money and fame. This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it began. We all owe Jay-Z an apology. I think last week, Tim and Julian, who are our special guests on last week, and we all said that we think that Jay-Z actually did rape this woman. And now that she's reneging her statement, I kind of feel bad for the man. I mean, he went to the Lion King premiere to support his daughter, and we were like, "Why are you going
Now,
to the Lion
now
King
hold up.
premiere?"
Now I will say I was definitely in support of him going though.
You were,
Yeah, I
right?
was very much in support of that. Like, yeah,
You were. But we, like Julian and Tim Bob and I were all in sync together saying that maybe he should have sat this one out to not take away from Blue Ivy's day. But he did what any father would probably do, just go support your child.
yeah.
And he kept saying that he was innocent, and so now it's proven that he is. So I feel bad for you,
Mhm.
Jay Z. Sorry for thinking that but you never know. We didn't think that Diddy would be guilty of rape and doing all the things that he did. You just never know nowadays. We are living in a day where the people who are rich are really, really powerful, and because they have money, they can make things go away. So
Hmm.
unfortunately, we don't know what to believe until you're proven innocent.
That's true.
Anything you want to add to that?
Mm-mm. I just,
No.
mm, I just feel like when it comes down to this stuff, anything linked to Diddy, I feel like I'm getting to a place where I'm just like, I don't have a dog in that fight because it is becoming to be a
Yeah.
lot, and I feel like Jay Z is not going to be the last person that's going to be accused of being a part of this stuff, So I rather just at this point just innocent until proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's a lot, and I don't want to keep accusing someone of something that that can ruin people's families and lives and stuff like that. I'm just not in the business of doing that. So no, I'm good.
And to your point, though, now that she is taking back her statement, I don't think that this is going to be as big as when she accused him of rape. So
Yeah,
that is always going to overshadow her reneging her
exactly.
statement. And unfortunately, I don't know how long people associate him with being a rapist. But I think that people will associate him with being a rapist for a minute and not really highlight that he's actually is innocent. So this would tarnish his name. And if I was him, I don't know if she is a celebrity who
Now let me
has
ask you
money.
this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there is, but there is a world sometime out there where a person could easily pay another person off and say, hey, this happened. I do apologize, but to close this chapter out and everything, how about I pay you X amount of dollars? You know what I'm saying? You make a public statement saying X, Y, and Z, and all this goes away.
Well, that was his biggest thing. That's why this went public, because Tony
Mhm.
actually sent this lawsuit to Jay-Z privately 2 months ago, saying that if you don't pay us X amount of money, we're going to take this lawsuit public and your name will be tarnished. And so
Oof.
Jay-Z, we said this 2 weeks ago on the podcast. Jay-Z was like, no, you're not going to threaten me. We're going to make this public because I'm innocent. You're not going to get a penny from me. So he said that in his statement that he released from Rock Nation, that you're not going to get 1 cent. I think he said 1 cent or one red penny from me because I did not do it. So I can't see him paying her off when he was standing 10 toes down saying that he wasn't going to give her any money.
Got you.
Now, I wonder if he is going to sue her.
I would.
I don't know if she has any, he's a billionaire, but I don't know if she has any type of money, for him to sue her, but I wonder if he can sue her for,
Defamation of character.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely. But according to her lawyer, he's saying that she got it wrong because she was drugged herself, and so her events are little wish-washy because she was drugged. That's the reason why she was in that bedroom, because she took a sip from a drink that was handed to her. So
Yeah.
I don't know if Jay-Z will be understanding, or if he is just angry that his name is now tarnished or being associated with Diddy and raping 13-year-old girls.
Scary.
Very, very scary. But in good news, actress Yvette Nicole Brown got married over the weekend.
Oh, good for her.
I love this,
I
JT.
do. I love her.
I do too. Now, I don't know her from any other projects other than the show Girlfriends. She was Tony's child's sister. She had a recurring role on Girlfriends, but I know that she was part of that NBC show Community. I think that they were at a community college, but I never watched it. But I know of Yvette, and I like the
Did you
character
watch Drake and
role.
Josh?
Oh, she was a manager, right?
She
Was
was
she a
that one.
manager
Mm-hmm.
at the movie theater, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, I forgot she was in that. You're
Mm-hmm.
right. You're right. Wow. Yep, you're right. So yeah, Yvette got married on December 14th. She married actor Anthony Davis. Now the two were friends in their early 20s, but they lost contact. And then in 2021, after Yvette's mother died, Anthony reached out to her, and then that's how they got reconnected, and then they fell in love. Yvette wants she wants people in their 50s who've never married to know that it's never too late to find love. She told People magazine, "Because I am of a certain age, I never thought it would happen to me. My wedding could be an inspirational moment." She also said something else that's very inspiring, and it's might be my new quote that I will stand by. She said, "When someone is right for you, when someone is into you, when someone likes you, they're coming for you in the way where you feel secure, you have peace about it. Wait until you feel that peace. Wait until there's no chaos and confusion." And a lot of people, to me, will rush love and will rush get married because you think that this is the one for you, or you think that you should get married to this person. But to me, what she's saying is, wait till you find that peace, because you don't want to marry somebody that you don't have peace with at all.
Yeah.
And she's 53 years old and never been married. And this is a testament that to anyone who has been married at any age, that there's hope for you. So I took this more personally to my heart because I'm in that
It's just
little.
the same thing I've been preaching to him for this whole year, but
Yeah, but the thing, next next month, next year, will be 5 years of being single. And I'm not used to being single. I don't think I've ever been single other than middle school, elementary, but high school for this
Mhm.
long in my 20s. It was easy for me to get in relationships 6 months after a breakup or whatever. And for the past going on 5 years, it is not that easy. And I don't know if I've been vocal with you about it or if I said this to you before, but lately I've been questioning my appearance, my looks. Is it me? Is it my behavior, my demeanor? What is it that is not attracting people to
Mhm.
want to take me seriously this year or in life in general?
Yeah.
But 5 years next month, next year.
But I kind of feel like, I've told you this before too, and this for anybody else out there who's going through the same thing, because that I think that was my thing. When I was single and stuff like that, and I was going through the motions of, do I want to get back with my ex or not? But I think I wanted to do it because it was a comfort place, and also too because I didn't see the value in myself. So instead of wondering why aren't these people attracted to me? Why is no one trying to talk to me? Why blah blah? I took that same energy, instead of putting it into that, I put it into me. So everything that you're wondering and you want people to see in you, I want you to find that in you first. Because once you find those things in you, it has no choice but to shine from within you. And that's what's going to attract the people that's for you. So yeah, I feel like that's something that I had to work on. It may be 5 years, 10 years, whatever, because like I tell you all the time, you don't want to have something just because you want it now. Because the thing about it is, we may say verbally that we want something now, but literally only God knows that, like, internally, this is not something we're actually ready for right now. So, you know what I'm saying? So I want you to start going into this new year saying, like, I want the love that I deserve when it's time for me to have it. because therefore you're going to be mentally ready to accept it. You're going to be able to fight the fights without, you know what I'm saying, it being all chaotic and confused and all this kind of stuff like that. You're going to be able to have uncomfortable conversations, and that person is not going to take that and be all negative about it and stuff. So to me, honestly, I mean, we're grown here. When you have sex, it's not going to be y'all just effing around. It's going to be love making. You're going to feel a difference within the sex. You're going to see the way they treat your dog, all this kind of stuff. So to me, you want that love when you're ready for it and when they're ready for it, because it's a person out there for everybody. It's just the fact that you guys are both waiting for each other, but right now may just not be that time. And that's okay. That is okay. You know what I'm saying? Because
Sure,
again,
I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
just saying, like,
It's a lot to deal with or to emotionally take that in. Especially when you're surrounded. You know, I told you that everyone, including you, in my life has a significant other. And so, you know, it doesn't make me feel any. I mean, of course, I'm happy for everyone, and I'm no hater. But I'll be more happier if it was me.
yeah.
But
But
yeah,
honestly, too, I'm pretty sure if you look at all of our situations, we've all been through a lot with these people that we're with now, too.
well, that's why I'm no hater because I don't want
Yeah.
I don't want what y'all got.
Exactly.
I don't want what
Exactly.
y'all got whatsoever. So that's exactly
Exactly.
what I'm no hater. But you know what? At least that everyone is what when and you can testify because I've told you this too. I've always encouraged everyone, including you, to continue to be with that person and work it out with them, even all the bullshit that they did. Because I feel like everyone, including you, has something special that could be worked out and it could be fixable if that makes sense. And so, unlike some relationships or people are just so easy to just or quickly to exit out of that relationship. All of you guys, it's you, five people in my life who started new and that one all
Yeah.
new relationships this year and still going strong a year later, and that's a blessing. That is a
Yeah.
blessing. And I was informed and supportive of maybe five of the six people that I had in my life that started new relationships this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's like having something that everyone else has that you don't have. But I've also been yearning for it for quite some time now. And I think that's another reason why I travel so much because I just had to get away and just escape from my own reality that's happening this year. So that's the reason why I did so much traveling this year because I just needed to get away,
Yeah.
and get out of my bubble. But yeah, I love that this happened for Yvette, and hopefully it will happen to many people who are of age and single, never married. So it was a really, really good fairy tale wedding that she had this past weekend. Your girl Raven-Symone, what the fuck is going on with that crazy girl? I think
I
she
keep
is
telling
really
y'all.
crazy.
I keep telling y'all. I over the past like 10 years, I would say, I feel like I am good. I love Raven Baxter. Me and Raven Baxter are locked in. Okay.
Not Simone.
Me and Raven Simone is what she said
Right,
her
Simone.
name
Right, Kurt. Right.
and whatever. I know her, but me and her never really hung out and stuff. Like I never really knew her like that. So, but me and Raven Baxter and Galleria from the Cheetah Girls, we locked in. But
I
Raven
was like,
Simone,
who? That's what we're really about to say.
yeah,
Who?
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like, girl, read the little thing because then I have my little.
Well, Raven Simone recently said that people watch That's So Raven,
She said boys.
particularly boys watch That's
Yeah,
So Raven because she had big boobs. I have the audio clip. Take a look.
Do feel like when I was on TSR, That's So Raven, I felt like boys watched the show because I had big boobs. Like I feel,
Really?
yeah, I do. I feel like
Not
that
because
was
you
the
were
case.
so funny.
No, I feel like they came for the boobs, they stayed for the comedy, but like
Oof, is that a chapter? Because
That is a chapter title. Seriously. They came for the
I'm
boobs.
coming and I'm staying.
ever since her and this little wife of hers and got this little podcast, she just be saying just anything. I feel like she looks more so for a moment to trend because
The wife or
girl,
Raven?
Raven, the wife barely
Oh,
talks. She's like a zombie, and like she's just there. Yeah,
not World War Z.
yeah.
I am
Boring.
Legend.
I
Stop
mean, just
that.
lacks so much personality. But how
Oh,
she got with Raven, I never understand. Well, I do understand how she got with Raven.
how? Explain it for the people. It's visual, sweetie. They can see
I
you.
understand. I understand. I understand. And for my listeners out there, y'all pick up what I'm putting down. But I feel like with Raven though, I feel like she says more stuff for like shock factor opposed to you actually believing it. Like, cause Raven, that's the Raven came out January 2003. Okay.
Know your facts.
I know my facts. That's my favorite TV show, man. Please, I remember it was a sister marathon playing before it came on. It came on at 7 Central. The first episode was called Mother Dearest. Second episode, Party Animal. Third episode was called Wake Up Victor. So yeah, no,
Three
like
episodes premiered in one day.
that's back when Disney had substance. Yes,
I didn't know that. I thought it was two. I didn't know it was 3 episodes, but got it.
no, actually it was four. Now I
It
think
was
about it.
It was a 2 hour premiere.
Yeah, because it was the episode where she dressed
Is
up
that
like
two
her mom.
hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she dressed up as her mom to, cause she had that bag. She was talking back in class.
She did her mom dirty. I would have beat my child's
I
ass.
know.
You call
That
me fat and
costume was
ugly?
not it.
She did her
Right.
dirty.
Be for real.
Dirty.
And then the second episode was when she threw Corey that birthday party. She had the python
Snake?
around her neck. Yeah, the
Hate that
snake.
episode. Ugh, hate
I
snakes.
love that
I hate
episode.
snakes.
The third episode was when Eddie was gonna flunk the Spanish test, but he wanted Raven and Chelsea to help him cheat. And then the fourth episode was when they put the little spell on the dad and stuff when he had to say San Francisco and all this kind of stuff when he was under like a little hypnosis or whatever.
Don't
Yeah.
remember those two.
I remember the episodes vividly. I remember that I had a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut and everything when I watched
Can
it.
I ask you a question?
What's up?
Were you watching because of her boobs?
Absolutely not. Like I was what 92 to 02. I was 11 years old. Like, bro, Raven, come on, man, be for real. Like,
The show was funny.
Exactly. Like the show, even to this day, I will watch That's So Raven today and still be laughing. Like it's not cringe like Hannah Montana and some of the other shows and stuff now. Like That's So Raven is we always say it was like the Martin of our
Martin,
generation.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
seriously. So I feel like you just pulling that out of your ass at this point because
I wonder if she was told that, like, when they were filming the show, and maybe she believed it. But when you watch a show, her breasts were never exposed. I mean, for crying out loud, we're on Disney Channel. You can't really
Right.
wear revealing tops like that. And, there
and
was
let's be clear,
shows.
Raven always had on over dramatic clothes, so
Yeah.
you could never you didn't even have time to even pay attention to her breasts between the coats with the fur, all the glittery stuff and the graffiti stuff. Like Raven, shut up.
And on top of that, like, even to this day, I don't really, and I'm speaking for myself, and I don't know if you agree, but I don't really consider Raven a sex, like a sex icon, or
No.
she's not known for her sex appeal, I should say. Like, it's just
Right.
really weird that that's what you would jump to, or you think that's the reason why people watch the show, because
Shock factor. That's all.
I will
it
say
is.
this: the only thing your face card has never declined. Never. You are
Never.
stunning. You are very stunning, but because of your breast, that's a stretch. That's a lie. That's not even a stretch. That's just a bold lie.
That's
Like
just something
that,
that you just came up with. I'm sorry. I don't even feel like that's
you
not,
just
that's
made that up in my
just
Katie
made that
Burswood
up.
voice.
Right.
You just made that
Just
up.
made that up. Like, bro, like you literally sat here at this little coffee table on your podcast with your wife and made this up. Like no one has even. I can see if maybe now. Obviously, it's almost the show's been out with like 20 plus
Yeah.
years now, and all that. I can see now if people just like, bro. Now that we grown up, can we all admit that we was looking at Raven for her tits and all this kind of stuff? Like no one has ever said
No one has
that.
said that because no one was doing that. Nobody.
Right.
Like I said, like it wasn't like she's wearing like on the Parker, since that's the show you're watching. Like Kim Parker
Right.
will always wear revealing shirts that would have her breast out. Even
Right.
Andell, she would have revealing. Raven was not allowed to wear revealing shirts because she was on
Right.
Disney. Like nobody was looking at your breasts.
And
Nobody.
she even said it herself that they considered her to be plus size, so
Yeah.
they had to make a lot of clothes and stuff for her. So like again, revealing wear. Even when she wore like her pajamas and stuff, like it was still oversized stuff. Like, shut up.
Raven, get help. Get help.
Shut up.
Get help.
Yeah.
You're
See,
just.
she should let that hair grow out. She should have left the hair on
No,
because
I
ever since
hate that hair. I hate
ever
that
since she
Jada
got
Pinkett.
bald, I just
Yeah.
feel like the common sense is just obscure. Like,
Yeah, I don't like
no.
that look on her. I like her with hair, but she's comfortable with, I guess she wants to be a stud and a bull tiger. So, can I say that? Oh. When I saw your face, I was like, "Whoop!" Can I say that? Well, this is the comment section, all right. We got 3 out of 5 stars. I can say what the fuck I want to say over here. I don't gotta watch what I fucking say. You
Oh
all
my
know how I
god.
fucking roll.
Oh my god.
I do
But
want to
yeah.
say, I want to highlight. It's been a year since her brother passed away. Didn't he pass away this time of year last year, December?
Was
I think
I
it was
think it
December.
was because her birthday is December 10th. So I think
Yeah.
it was somewhere close around now.
So her brother, did he overdose?
I don't think he overdosed. He had colon cancer.
Oh yeah, cancer. Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe I say that maybe she is just not thinking properly because she's the year anniversary's coming up or it's here and she's a little how people kids not be
That's the one thing I'm not doing next year too.
coming up
I'm
with
holding
excuses.
people. I'm not
Accountable.
doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, no, you just want it because it is. That can't always be the run to for people. Sometimes, sometimes you just like something like this. You just being ignorant and just wanting shock value because nothing.
Headline. She had to.
Yeah,
She
like
had to.
that's stupid. It's so ironic that podcast just came back out because I think they had a revamp or something like that.
Oh
Because I
really?
used to listen to it. So yeah, so shock value, girl.
Never
Shut up.
even heard it. I've only knew that podcast twice because of this one other time something she had said something controversial again. But that's what we need to start doing. We need to start being more controversial so we can have some clickbait.
Oh,
Guess bull dykers or bull dykes.
oh my god.
Chance the Rapper. Now, Christian Coralie, which is Chance the Rapper's wife, has filed for divorce. She filed on December 13th. Now, the divorce documents are not available to the public, so we don't know how much she's seeking in child support or spousal support. But as a reminder, the couple did separate in April. We never found out the reason why, but that announcement did come out after he was caught dancing with another woman in Mexico. Do you remember that? He was
Yeah, I
like in
remember that
Mexico,
video. He was having the
yeah.
time of his life.
So that's when, like a week after that video surfaced, their separation announcement was announced. I think that they're separated prior to that. It just wasn't public. Because there ain't no way that his boys will film him dance with another girl and then release it to the world. Ain't no way that his boys
Lies.
would do him like that. I think that they were already separated before he went. But the two were married for 5 years and they share 2 kids together. I hate to see black love break up. I hate to see 2 black kings and queens break up, but unfortunately, we live in a day and age where divorce and breakups are more common and more encouraged than to actually stay and work it out with their partner. So,
Yeah.
to all the men who find Christian pretty and sexy, she's available, and all the men, I mean all the women, I guess the men too, who find Chance the Rapper sexy, he's single as well. So they're in the
Yeah.
market. Welcome to the single life. I'm sure that they both will find another very quicker than I will. All right, they'll probably both have a significant other by summer of 2025. While I'm still will be on this podcast single, doing it with you. Not doing it that way, but doing it with you. So doing the podcast with you. Ah, joy to the world. Joy to the world.
Oh my gosh. Jesus.
That's it, friend. That's our last episode of 2024.
Or
What are your plans for Christmas and New Year's?
my mom and my grandmother are coming into town, so I'm gonna spend time with them, spend time with babes. You know, we do the gift exchange. Me and Tim and our other friend, we're doing gift exchanges as well too. Really just take it all in, honestly. I got the rest. I think I got pretty much like the rest. I go back to work ironically on New Year's Eve, and yeah, like I'm just gonna be just chilling just embracing. I know me and babes probably gonna work on like a vision board and stuff. Even if they don't, I'll be doing it by myself. Either way, because I do a vision board every year. I give myself 30 minutes to an hour, just complete silence, just say my prayers and stuff like that. And yeah, like I'm just gonna just be vibing, man. Just gonna be vibing. And I'm gonna try my best to actually try to reach out to a few people who I haven't spoken to throughout this year like that, and just see if we can go into the new year with, like new beginnings and stuff. If not, that's okay too. And yeah, just focus and just grind. Yeah.
The first year, this is the first, no, maybe not the first year, but first in a while that I have no plans for the holiday. So I'll be right in the bed on Christmas and on New Year's, enjoying my sleep. So
Yeah.
that's what my plans are. And we get to enjoy not doing this podcast. This is work. So I will be enjoying the next 2 weeks off.
Imagine doing two.
That's why I don't do open relationships.
Ah. Oh. Oh.
Don't know how you do it, but I commit to only one person. But yeah, I know doing two is probably stressful and time consuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, everyone, we won't be here, like I said, next Friday or the following or the week after. We are returning January 10th. So, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. And actually, I want to say one more thing before we close out the show. My friend Travis, it's his birthday today. So happy 31st birthday, Travis. He passed away in May 2023. So he would have been, did I say 31? He would have been 31 years old. So happy birthday. I hope that you had fun in heaven. Hope you partied and enjoy yourself and kick back a few good ones. And so,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people, be safe for this holiday. Make sure you spread love and joy. And if you have family, make sure you tell them every day how much you love them and appreciative of them. And yeah, we'll see you in the new year.
Merry Christmas. Happy New
All
Year.
right. Be safe. Bye.
Bye.